This is making your money count and some smart money management tips for high school students. We're with the Jefferson High School FBLA. I'm Caleb Leslie. Up in the middle is Brock Booth, and on the right is Connor Brewer.
As we're going through this and talking about money management for high school students, one of the most important questions we find ourselves asking is, why do we really care about this? And this is because we're laying the groundwork. We're creating good habits that are going to allow you to have financial success later on in life.
That's right. And oftentimes, people who don't do this at an early age and find themselves knowledgeable about these financial topics often find themselves in a financial struggle. And this is shown by a variety of studies cited by the National Financial Educators Council, which show that actually being financially unstable can cause a decrease in physical and mental health, which can rub off on others.
So, early learning is really important to avoid that, and a good way to learn early on is through the article in the bottom right from Dow Jones. It kind of gives a introduction into why you should start investing, and essentially it says you need to start early, start saving your money, putting it towards the proper things at the right time and making good decisions, and starting your financial success path. That way you can exponentially grow throughout your life and retire and be a successful person like everyone deserves to be.
Absolutely. Now, one of the easiest steps that you can take is just prioritizing your expenses, knowing your needs, knowing your wants, and keeping them separate so that you're able to have your needs first so that you can put into them and putting your wants second so that you're not overspending and falling into this cycle that we see a lot of people in this particular age group doing.
That's right. And if you don't have these priorities straight, you're probably going to end up digging yourself into a bad situation. So, just to add on to that, this article by Investopedia shows kind of the difference between needs and wants. Wants are sort of a more discretionary type of expense and need to be prioritized under needs, while needs are obligatory spending. So you need to do everything you can to take care of those before you take care of the things that you don't need.
And the way to do that is with a good budget. And it's one of the most important things in your passive financial success. A good rule to follow is found in Yale's article linked below, and that is the 50-30-20 rule. And this budget essentially says you put half of your finances towards your needs. That way you can cover everything you need, plus a little extra wiggle room in case something goes wrong with the bills and the utilities, and then you have 20% towards your savings and debt. That way you can save for the future and you can keep yourself out of that valley of debt. That way you can grow yourself without being locked to someone or something else. And then you still have that 30% to live a frugal but happy life where you get to spend money how you want.
Exactly. And this can bring about several financial opportunities, like we said, savings, investments, and being able to give back and give to a charitable cause.
Right. And another consideration here is you need to understand that each financial decision, all parts of your plan financially, they have long term consequences and implications. And a lot of these things are going to seem relatively harmless as you do it because they don't have an immediate impact on the state of your life. But you need to understand these things are going to accumulate, whether it's bad credit, whether it's debt, whatever it is, they're going to add up and potentially put you in a bad situation.
A very important thing to do is set some financial goals in your path to success. And through these goals, you can maintain a good focus on your finances whilst keeping the motivation to work towards your future, like maybe early retirement or something.
Exactly. And when you're setting these goals, make sure you're keeping them SMART goals. This acronym we've got over here to the side is stating that these goals need to be specific. You know what you're working for, but also measurable so that there is a specific amount that you are working towards. It needs to be achievable. That's got to be something that's realistic as well as relevant, as well as time based so that you've got a specific time frame that you're working within.
That's right. And another thing is that you need to be wary of outside pressures. One thing is that a lot of other people, whether it's through their actions, thoughts, or words, they're going to influence you because maybe they're not necessarily making the wisest of financial decisions. So you just need to stay focused on that. Also, don't fall victim to your internal complacency or temptation. You might see a big number in your bank account. Now you want to spend a bunch of money on things that you don't necessarily need, and this is actually something that 4 in 10 Americans fall victim to, according to Plan Sponsor. They prioritize things that they don't actually need, taking it out of their savings account, which is just an unwise decision that need to be careful and wary of.
Don't fall into the trend of overconsumerism and make the good decision to be different from the majority. Also, it's important to become financially literate. Financial literacy comes from understanding the ability to manage your money in an efficient manner. And with that, you can really grow your finances over time and effectively, and maybe even grow generational wealth. That way, your family succeeds too.
Exactly. We believe that financial literacy is going to start somewhere, and that's a drive to learn these skills that are going to last a lifetime and put you in a great place mentally and financially.
Yep, and the best way to achieve financial literacy is to just understand these things that we've been talking about: budgeting, saving, investing. If you are able to put those things into practice and have a good understanding of them, you'll be able to gain knowledge about these topics early and set yourself up for financial success later.
Thank you for your time, and hopefully, with this information, you can implement it into your life and get your financial success you deserve.